Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome to my channel. I have a Dollar Tree DIY for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful fall wreath. All of the materials that I used to make this wreath came from Dollar Tree, making it very budget friendly. In the description box below is a detailed list of all the tools and materials I used to make this fall wreath. Let me show you how to make it. To get started, you're going to need one of the 14-inch wreath forms that you can get from Dollar Tree. You'll need a package of pipe cleaners cut in half. Now this is the decorative mesh that has the fake snow on it. This is 6 inches by 3 yards. You'll need 3 in the red, 3 in the orange, 3 in the green, and 3 in the brown. You will want to cut your mesh in strips at 12 inches. And we're going to be doing the ruffle method. So you simply lay out your mesh, you grab at one end and you scrunch right down the center all the way to the end. Pinch it tight and put a pipe cleaner on. Get it nice and tight and give it a twist. That's what your little bundle will look like. I'll show you again. I'm going to go ahead and make a bunch of my bundles and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my bundles made. Now we're going to attach them to the wreath form. Now I want this to be really wide and fluffy. So the first one I'm going to attach to the 2 bars in the middle. The second one to the 2 bars on the outside. The third one to the 2 bars in the middle. And the fourth one to the 2 bars on the inside. So you start in the middle, you move to the outside, to the middle, to the inside, to the middle, to the outside, and you just keep doing that. That will give you a nice, wide, fluffy wreath. So the first one I'm going to attach here at the crossbar on the 2 bars on the inside. Just pull that to the back and give a good twist. And as I place these, I'm going to put 2 of the same color next to each other before I change colors. So now I'm moving to the outside 2 rings, pull and twist. I really do like this mesh from Dollar Tree. It has more of the feel of tulle with the fake snow on it, but it doesn't fray at all. None of the ends ever come apart. So I really do love working with this mesh. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a couple sections done and then I will come back and show you what it looks like. And there you go. That is 2 sections done. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Now in each section you will put a total of 16 bundles. Now I did put 2 of each together. And then on the back here you can see I started in the center. Move to the inside, move to the center, move to the outside, move to the center, move to the... So you can see I kept moving back and forth. And that's why it is nice and wide and fluffy. I'm going to go ahead and finish my base and then I'll come back and we will decorate. And there you go. We got the base all done. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I am so pleased with it. So to recap, I used 3 rolls of each color and each section took 16 bundles. When I put the bundles in, I put 2 of the same color next to each other. And here on the back, you can see it looks nice and clean. once I tie it on, I always push my pipe cleaner ends forward so you can't see them. But because I went from the center to the inside, to the center, to the outside, to the center, to the inside, and so on all the way around, I got a really thick, full, fluffy wreath. I'm very pleased. Go ahead and set this aside. So I went through my stash and I found this sign that I picked up, I believe, last year at Dollar Tree. I absolutely love it. I think it goes very well with the colors in the wreath. I am only going to be using the center section, so I just took the little cord that held the two together off. I'm going to save this for another project. And then I'm going to be using this. So to attach it, you want to run some floral wire through the hole. One through the hole, one over the top. You pull it to the back and twist it. That will allow you to attach it at the top. And then at the bottom, I'm going to place a pipe cleaner. And just lay down a nice amount of hot glue. Place your pipe cleaner. And then I always top it off with a little bit more hot glue. And then you want to let that fully set up before you attach it to your wreath. Now on the back here, I also put half a pipe cleaner at a crossbar. This is going to be my top and how I'm going to hang my wreath. And I have my floral wire and my pipe cleaner glued on. Now I want to put my sign off on the side, right in the center. So to do that, all you need to do is take those pipe cleaners and the floral wire, you separate your mesh, and you feed that down through and then attach it. So I'm going to place it right there. I got my sign attached. I'm really happy with its placement. Go ahead and set this aside. We're going to work on the bow now. I picked out 3 ribbons. All of them came from Dollar Tree. I grabbed this one and it's so cute. It has a little red truck. I think it matches the sign perfectly. And then I picked up the green burlap and the orange burlap. All of these ribbons can be found at Dollar Tree this season. I'm going to be using my Easy Bow Maker. I really like this tool. I have arthritis in my hands and it makes it hard to hold everything together when I'm making a bow, so this helps me out quite a bit. So for my bow, I'm going to start with my orange burlap. I really like this ribbon. It is nice on both sides. I'm going to measure my tail at 8 inches and pinch. And then place it between the 2 large dowel rods. Now because this ribbon is nice on both sides, I don't have to worry about twisting it. And I'm going to measure my first loop here at 5 inches. I'm going to pull that through, and I'm going to do 3 loops on each side at 5 inches. If you enjoy craft tutorials and hauls, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do upload new content every week. Once you get your loops in, just double check, make sure they're all the same size, adjust if you need to. And then measure your tail to 8 inches. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the truck. Now because the way the ribbon is and the truck is all going in the same direction, I'm not going to do it the way I've done the other bow, because then my truck will be upside down and funky. So I'm going to measure a piece that's 16 inches long for my tails. Pinch it at the center and place that in. Those are my tails. And now I'm going to just kind of make a bow. Fold it over like this. I want to measure my loop. I want my loop to be 4 inches. Now it needs to come past the center by at least an inch so it doesn't pull. Okay, so then measure out on the other side so that you have the same length. I usually can pull them up and tell if they're the same or not. Make sure that comes by past that center by an inch and trim. Then where you pinched it, place that on the inside. You can check your loops if you need to adjust them. Okay, then you're going to do another set of loops. Okay, once you have your piece for your tail and your 2 sections of loops, so you have 2 loops on either side at 4 inches. Now we're going to move to the green ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and measure my tail at 8 inches and pinch, add that up on top. And then with this ribbon, I'm going to measure my loops at 3 inches. And I'm going to do 1 loop on each side. Once you've got your 2 3-inch loops, you want to make 1 more loop. And this one you only need to make it about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. This is going to be your little center bump on your ribbon, or on your bow, I should say. I usually measure about 2 inches. And then when you come back through, you're going to come back through the small dowel and the large one in the front. And then measure out 8-inch tail and trim. Okay, now while you have it here in the Easy Bow Maker, you can adjust it a little bit. Go ahead and pull your tails down. Just don't pull too hard because you don't want to change the size of your loops. Okay, and then you can kind of open up. See, so you can kind of open it up and see what it's going to look like before you tie it all together. And you're going to need a full-length pipe cleaner. Get in there right next to where you have it all pinched together. You want to keep it pinched there as you lift it up. And take your pipe cleaner and wrap it around. Make sure everything is still where it needs to be. On these big, thick bows, I like to wrap it around twice and pull it to the back. Get it nice and tight and twist. Okay, then you can go in and fluff out your bow. Make sure the tails are all pulled down. Now if you need to get those to lay properly, go right up next to where it comes out and twist it to the direction and the position you want it to lay in. Now I usually like to cut my tails once I already get it on my wreath. I can better judge how long I want them. And then you can go through and start opening your loops. Okay, so that's what your bow should look like. Now I will do a little bit more fluffing once I get it on my wreath. I got my bow on. I think it looks absolutely adorable. I really like it. Now the final touch that I want to do on the wreath is I'm going to add 2 of these really pretty picks that I picked up from Dollar Tree. I have 2 that are the same, and I picked these because they have the little pumpkins on them, so it'll match the ribbon and the sign. I think they're very pretty. So I'm planning on putting one, and I'm going to leave them just the way that they are. So I'm going to attach one down here, and I'm going to attach one up here, just like that. And how I'm going to do that is just simply take this, move the mesh once I decide exactly where I want to place it. Take where the base is, move the mesh, and then feed the pick down to the back. Just like that. And then I will take it, turn it over, and attach that. Now you can either just stick it in and leave it like that, where you just kind of fold it into the frame and then go back and glue it in. Okay, so I'm going to get both of those glued in, and then I'll come back and show you the finished product. And there you go. We're all finished. I got both of the picks in. I think they look absolutely beautiful. I think it was the perfect touch to finish off the wreath. Now on the back here you can see the stem, and I just added hot glue and wove it right into the wire frame. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's Dollar Tree Fall DIY. I really had a lot of fun putting it together, and I can't say enough how much I love this new deco mesh. It is a little messy as you work with it. Some of the snow comes off, but it is by far well worth it. Thanks again for stopping by. You know it's always a pleasure to see you. If you enjoy craft tutorials and hauls, make sure to check these out. You have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.